So tell me your name and name of your company, please.
Hi, I'm Darpan Shanghvi. The company is called Shanghvi Brands. We're in the business of bringing in luxury wellness brands from outside India into India, which means we're bringing in spa brands, salon brands, beauty product brands, gym brands that are still not in India and launching them across the country.
Okay, and so currently, if I understand you correctly, you have three different legs, if you will, to this operation. One
Correct.
is gyms, one is spas, and the third one is salons.
Absolutely.
What are the brands that you currently are working with?
Sure. So as Bill mentioned, we have three verticals: fitness, spa, and salon. Under the spa brand, we have this French company called L'Occitane. L'Occitane is a $3 billion company, presence in 100 countries. And we have the exclusive rights to do L'Occitane spas across India. The fitness brand we have is we've partnered with world champion boxer Evander Holyfield to create high-performance designer gyms called Holyfield Gyms. After launching that brand, we got some feedback that the brand could be perceived as masculine, and because it's a Holyfield gym. Mm-hmm. And so what we've done to sort of balance that is we've also now gone and signed on the number one female celebrity trainer in Hollywood called Ramona. She's the trainer to Halle Berry. She's the trainer to Jessica Alba. She's training, I believe, Scarlett Johansson in London right now. Ramona is, we're creating fitness concepts with Ramona as well, and we'd also introduce Ramona's programs inside the Holyfield gyms. And then the third brand, the third vertical, which is grooming, which is salons. We have a brand from New York called Warren Tricomi, which is a very luxurious brand. It's got a 6,000 square feet salon at the Plaza Hotel, and one on Madison Avenue, and at the W in Miami, and in LA and Connecticut. And we're now launching Warren Tricomi salons across India.
Okay. Now, what have your biggest challenges been in getting your business pulled together? It's been, I guess, a 3 to 4 year process of getting to the point of actually getting it up and running.
There are a few different challenges. The first challenge in doing what I wanted to do, which was, bring in leading international brands into India, is first convincing the brand that I'm the right partner for them.
Okay.
A brand is trusting you with, their biggest asset, which is their brand, in a key market like India. So I think the biggest challenge was that, getting my first brand. Now, after you have a track record, it's much easier to attract brands to go with you. Then the second biggest challenge was getting your first project to execute and create your first spa and your first gym and your first salon, getting people to believe in the fact that you could deliver a good spa without having a spa background, or you could deliver a good gym without having a good fitness background. And then after you've gone through these initial challenges, which took a couple of years to get over, challenges that are very pertinent to this business, to the service industry, which is finding good people, setting up good training protocols, quality control, retaining employees, and that's a continuous challenge that we face every day in executing this business.
Now, you're a global citizen in the sense that you spent, I believe it was 6 years outside of India. You spent time in Singapore, the U.S., down in Texas and New York, and then also some time in Spain and throughout Europe. What, within the context of India, what are the 2 or 3 big things about trying to set up your business in India? I mean, Indian entrepreneurs are famous in the U.S. Obviously, some well-known examples, just tremendous success. Infosys is a flagship global corporation that has been wildly successful. And yet, when you're here on the ground, or when you see some of the challenges in India, you're kind of amazed that anything can happen.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, India presents its own unique set of challenges. I mean, you have challenges that any entrepreneur would face anywhere in the world. But in India, you have then a certain set of challenges that are very unique to India, whether it's the laws, it's the bureaucracy, the infrastructure to deliver stuff here. So I might have a beautiful location for my spa, and then suddenly the government decides to dig up, the local authority decides to dig up and build something new there, but that thing takes 4 years to complete. and so it's very difficult for people to reach your spa all of a sudden. So how do you account for that? So India, comes with its unique set of challenges, but at the same time, India comes with its unique set of opportunities, which are not there in the West. And I think that might be true for every market you go to in the world.
So having local intelligence is obviously important. I mean, somebody from outside would find it difficult to come into a market in India without having strong local expertise.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I don't think you can do business in India without an Indian partner. There's just absolutely no way, which is one of the reasons why I'm able to attract a brand in the first place to go with me. L'Occitane is a $3 billion company. They can very well afford to set up a big team here to try and execute this, but they realize that without an Indian partner, it's very difficult to operate in this environment. So, I mean, local intelligence is key in a market like India.
Now, it sounds like you have actually 4 outstanding people and/or brands. I mean, Evander Holyfield, Ramona, and the other 2. What other opportunities do you see coming down the pike? I mean, all those most of those seem to be positioned at very high end of the luxury market, where you're not competing so much on price as you are on services and image and quality of delivery of those services and that kind of stuff. Are there other opportunities that you see in the future to maybe establish other brands?
Once you develop a certain core competence, and in this case, it might be providing services and understanding international brands ethos and translating that well in the local Indian context. Clearly that can be translated to other categories of brands as well, and other social demographic segments. So from luxury we could move to premium, could move to mass as well. There would be things unique to each of these sets, each of these new categories, which we'd have to learn, but a lot of the basic stuff you have learned doing the first few brands and first few projects that you've launched. So yeah, we do see growth coming in different areas by taking up master franchises for other brands and other categories in the luxury segment, and also in the same category other brands in a different segment, so from luxury to premium to mass market.
I guess the last main question that I would ask is related to why you. In other words, and you is really not just yourself, but your team that you've put together. What's going to make you stand out? How are you going to maintain your competitive advantage? I mean, you've got strong brands, but there are other strong brands in that space. What's going to keep you from losing your edge, so to speak, as you develop the opportunities and other people move in and
and that's a good question. And one part of the question is what you answered is the fact that we believe in going in with strong brands, and those brands do differentiate you from what's in the market today. However, as you said, there are other brands coming in with other partners, and we're going to be competing with them. Each of our brands has its own identity. We're very clear about who our customer is and what our offering is for each of them. What is special about a Warren Tricome salon versus any other salon? What is special about a L'Occitane spa versus any other spa, or a Holyfield gym versus any other gym? We have answered those questions, but really you have to keep innovating. There is no single answer, and we keep discovering that as well. Every day when customers come in, we realize why a customer is coming in here as well, and then it's a tough question to answer. I don't think we can nail that. I think it's a process of figuring that out, and then you have to be aware of competition coming in and not take it easy. So even though we might be a leader because we're a first mover, so we would be the first international day spa in Mumbai. We would be the first international day spa in Delhi. That gives you a little bit of an edge. You can get a little bit of customer base going before the second competitor comes in. Mm-hmm. And and when the competitor comes in, you stay ready for him, and you figure out ways to retain your customer and get more customers and how you're different from him, etc. That's a process that's ongoing.
Okay. All right. Well, very good. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you.